New York, New York, Saturday, October 15th. Submerge Sustainability Partners, Gallatin Web Lab. Sustainable partners help further the park's mission to reduce our plastic footprint by supporting Submerge as a low-waste event. Submerge, Marine Science, Hudson River Park. So join us tomorrow. Submerge, Marine Science Festival, free. Saturday, October 15th, 11 to 3 p.m., 84th PIER on West 44th Street. Join us a day full of awesome experiments, Hudson River wildlife, touch tanks, science, entertainment, and more. Ordered by the Hudson River Park Friends. All right, let's go over here and check out some of the wonderful booths that are here. There's quite a few of them, there's no doubt about it. That's so exciting. That's the Intrepid. Our first ship stocked here. New York Aquarium. You want to go over there. It's Coney Island Wildlife Conservation Society. Wow, look at these students. The Intrepid. Wow, we like the Intrepid. Sea, Air, Space Museum Complex. Intrepid. Waterfront Alliance. New York Department of Environmental Protection. Riverside Park Conservancy. How we doing? What are you talking about here today?
We're talking about New York City's Department of Environmental Protection. We have buttons that you can take.
Okay. And what do you guys do?
So we are educators, and we talk to the students here about water, where their drinking water comes from, and how they can help protect their water here in New York City.
All right, we love New York City.
Yeah.
Very, very fond of it. We just put the mayor and Pastor Monroe's up on our Peace Day, International Day of Peace. The city works very hard to keep our clean water, don't they?
Yes, yes.
What are some things that we do?
So we protect our watershed by keeping it forested. We have land managers, we have scientists who test the water quality. So we do a lot of different things to help ensure that our water is safe and protected.
From upstate New York?
Yes, yes.
All right, it's some waterway. Thank you so much for being here. All right, well, let's see what else. Department, that was Environmental Protection, U.S. Department of Conservation, Region 2 Fisheries, Hudson River Park River Project. Wow, what's this one all about? How we doing? Are you able to tell me what you're doing here? What's going on?
So we're here with Hudson River Park's River Project, which is the Science and Education Department in Hudson River Park. We have a little touch tank going with some of the common invertebrates of this area of the Hudson River estuary. So I can maybe bring one of our spider crabs up to the camera
to say
please.
Hello.
So this is a spider crab.
Wow. How about that?
This is a type of decorator crab, so you might be able to see there's some like hairs on the back of this crab, and it will pick up algae and sponges, different things that it finds, and stick onto its back to act as camouflage. We often find these crabs and a lot of these other animals living around oyster reefs. So we have some oyster shells in here to provide some habitat for different animals, some pieces of driftwood, and also a model of one of our reef balls. So this is a small version of the massive habitat structures that have been installed in Tribeca around the old pile fields.
What is that for? What does that do?
So this is called a reef ball. It's a type of habitat structure. The real ones are about 5 feet wide, 2 or 3 feet high, and all of these little holes have been seeded with baby oysters. So as the oysters get bigger, not only are they providing habitat for all these small animals, but they are also filtering the water. And one adult oyster can filter up to 50 gallons of water in one day. So they're getting nutrients from themselves, but also improving the water clarity and improving the amount of oxygen that we have in our water.
There you go. I learned a little bit about that at the Oyster Bar in Grand Central.
Fantastic.
I've done a lot of oyster stores. Well, that's pretty darn super. So we have oysters in this little Hudson River that I grew up on, Tarrytown, swimming in. So you're going to tell me that that guy was in the water maybe, possibly?
Yep, we've got spider crabs all up and down the eastern seaboard for sure.
Wow, all right. We're part of the Hudson River organization, the Clearwater, working towards keeping this place beautiful, right? And so are you.
Always.
Thank you. And who are you with? What organization?
This is Hudson River Park's River Project. So Hudson River Park is hosting Submerge, and we are the science and education department within the park.
Oh, that's great. All righty. Well, we're having a good time. So come back by here tomorrow because we have the science stage from 11 to 3 and there's all these wonderful organizations. And we all know that water is the sustenance of life. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what else we have. Hudson River Community Sailing. All right. Come on, you go sailing here. We have our good friends that do sailing on the Hudson River. Could you tell us what you're doing here? Would you be able to say something? Yes? Hi, how are you?
We work with Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, and
Ooh.
we're doing an experiment with DNA.
Okay.
And adding, the students get to fill in the fish with the different colors that represent their DNA.
Wow. What do you mean by that?
So they can use a dropper to add a different chemical representing the different chemicals of our DNA, the A, the T, the G, and the C. And
What
we
are
let
those letters? What are you saying letters?
Those
here?
are the chemicals that make up our DNA. And that's the genetic material that makes you unique and gives you your height and your eye color and your hair
I always
color.
wonder what made me so good looking.
Yeah.
So are you saying that that's what it is? That's what
Yeah, this is a little representation of the genetic material in all living organisms.
Is that sort of what they call a helix?
The
Something
double
like that?
helix, yeah, the DNA double helix. And we let the students guess how much DNA is similar between a human and a fish. So what do you think? Between
Well,
0 and 100.
Well, when Watson and Creek discovered the, along with Rosalind Frank,
Yes.
who we must not forget, they named Chicago Medical School after her.
They did.
Because she didn't get her due. And so when they discovered this wonderful scientific, probably one of the most important discoveries of our
Biology,
lifetime. In our lifetime,
Yeah.
DNA was discovered, which is why we're going to live to 100 plus, because once you understand the DNA of a body, what happens? What do you think happens?
Well, then we can help it grow and stay healthy. If we understand how the DNA works, then we can help fish be healthy in their water environments and us be healthy in our environments that we live in.
I agree with you, and so I have a banana in my pocket, and I think it because I put a show on about this. We're Good News broadcast, and I know Storm, where you guys are, all right, and we helped create the World Water Day, the United Nations. So very excited to be here. But that banana in my pocket, guess what? It has, I think, I can't remember exactly, but it might be 50%, 50% DNA that I have. So
And this fish has
70% for the fish.
And what about you and me?
I got about 3 or 4.
No, you and I share 99.9% of our DNA
We share that together?
together, all humans.
All of us humans, all us Homo sapiens, I think they would call
I
us,
think
right?
that's what we're still called.
Yeah, I like to stick with that because I'm into that mindset that brotherhood, sisterhood, and any other name you would like to call yourself, be my guest, and we'll go with the 99.9.
We're all family.
How about the chimpanzee? Let's how about a baboon?
We're at 99.9 point something. 1%.
So in essence, they're more human than us. What do you think?
We could learn a few things from them, for sure.
I just put something on. Why don't we study more about humans than the baboons and the gorillas? Okay. Hey, well, how do people get in touch with you? You have a website?
Yes, dnalc.csh.edu. Or just Google DNA Learning Center. We're here in New York
DNA
City.
Learning Center. Wow. Now, can you come up there and then go to Storm King? Or what's your thing? Are you allowed to come and see where you are and do what you're doing? Do you have an open facility?
So we have several locations. We are in downtown Brooklyn at City Tech. We have Saturday programming that's open to the public, including tours of our museum.
What location? Downtown Brooklyn?
Downtown Brooklyn.
And where is that, downtown Brooklyn?
It's on Tillery and J Street. It's on the City Tech campus, the New York City College of Technology, so CUNY school. So we have our own space there. We have Saturday programs, museum tours. You can check out our website and find those. We're also out in Cold Spring Harbor on Long Island. There's also Saturday programming there, and in Sleepy Hollow in Westchester County.
Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah.
My little town?
Yeah.
Tarrytown?
Yeah, we're in partnership with Regeneron. We have the Regeneron DNA Learning Center.
Right. So where are you in little old Tarrytown?
So we're actually on the
part of it?
Regeneron campus.
And that's
on
what, on
City
Broadway?
Hall, the administrative building. It's on,
Where did they
I
move
want
to?
to say Old Sawmill.
Sawmill Road? Sawmill River
I
Road?
don't, I just get
All right, in any case, it's a small town. You can walk around. You'll find it.
Regeneron, yeah, you'll find it.
You'll regenerate yourself. You'll find
There
it.
you go.
Oh, well, congratulations. Thank you for being here. Oh, that was very cool. All right, let's keep going here. Ocean literacy, fish habitats. Okay. Could you say something about what you're doing here?
Sure. Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much. My name is Paul Slack. It's Good News Broadcast.
So I'm Andy. I'm with Hudson River Community Sailing, and today we're engaging students and learning about how boats go, the wind, and how to control the sails. So students today have been building and designing their own gutter boats out of aluminum foil, and they've been racing them by propelling them with wind with a straw. If you look down here, you'll have a look at our gutter boat Racetrack. So students have been putting the boats in and then racing them down the track in competition.
Wow.
So we've also been teaching kids, in addition to knots, the parts of the sail, and also some navigation and tides of the Hudson River. We had a display center over here with the Hudson River map and the East River, and just engage kids in thoughtful education of what's right here, right behind them, the Hudson River. They've seen the water moving. Now they know more about high tide and low tide in the currents and how we sail on the river.
Oh, we sail. We love that thought. You know, well, I've sailed a lot on this beautiful, wonderful Hudson River. I grew up on it, Tarrytown. But also my buddy Reed Stowe, I don't know if you knew Reed, but 1,000 Days at Sea, he was parked down there on Pier 26, 23rd first, with John Crevy. He built his own boat, 70-foot schooner, Queen Anne, and he went around this lovely Mother Earth for 1,152 days. He broke the world's record. So we would go up there, like near that George Washington Bridge kind of thing, and then we go down to the thing, and then the East River thing, and we'd be sailing around here.
That's fantastic.
And
So in summary here, Hudson River Community Sailing, we have an after-school program called Sail Academy, where we deliver leadership and engaging activities to those kids. We provide career tracks and internships for them, help them get into college, as well as the organization has a membership that goes sailing. And anybody, you guys can come sailing with Hudson River Sailing. Just come to our website and sign up for a sail.
And what is that website?
HudsonSailing.org.
All right.
And if you're here today, we have a free raffle for a free 2-hour sail. Scan the QR code quick, and we will be able to get you into our raffle, which is going off at 2 o'clock.
Wowie zowie. Okay, well, I'm going to do that and then donate it to somebody, because I'm like kind of working here. I'm running the science stage. So, but it's all good, and congratulations, and keep up the good work, because water is the essence of life, and unfortunately it's the essence of no life. So we have to be very, very careful here with water. All right, and we'll be doing in Times Square the World Water Day event. I do it Earth Day, Water Day, September, the 22nd of April, but the 22nd is the World Water Day on the on actually the Equinox Day. So it's all good. Thanks so much. All right. Wow, very special. Thanks. Wow, a lot of wonderful people here. Bay keepers. Go to this department. These people look kind of busy here. Hi, can somebody say something about why you guys are here? Is there a spokesperson? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hi, Paul Sackis, Good News Broadcast. Tell us why you're here and what you're doing.
Yeah, so hi, we're at a tent that is Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory of Columbia University and the Hudson River Estuary Program of the New York State DEC. We're educating students and the public all about the Hudson River Estuary. So specifically at our tent, we're talking about the benthic mapping program that help map the entire Hudson River Estuary at different depths and habitat types. And these habitats, better understanding them, can really help us understand what animals live in certain sections of the Hudson. So we have some live animals here. We had American eel that really prefer, to be able to hide in some structure. So areas that have logs are a great habitat for them. And then we also have the Atlantic sturgeon that, as we're entering the winter months, they prefer warm, shallow areas. So areas like the Haverstraw Bay, where it's nice and warm and shallow, would be a perfect habitat. So in conjunction, we're talking about the biodiversity that lives in the Hudson.
What's an estuary?
An estuary is the arm of the sea. So the Hudson River Estuary connects to the Atlantic Ocean on its most southern end, pretty close to where we're standing here at Pier 84, and it extends 153 miles north up to the Troy Dam. So because we're connected to the ocean, we have the influence of the tides that can create areas that are marine, brackish, that are mixed of fresh and salty water, and fresh.
It would have been nice, right, if the old Hudson River stayed fresh water, right? Because it didn't I think it wasn't freshwater, like years and years ago, I believe.
No,
or am I wrong?
You're it's not that you're wrong. So the entire Hudson River, 315 miles, about half, 153, is an estuary, but north of the dam is a freshwater river. So because you have a dam that is, an elevation change, a human-made elevation change, you are blocking the tides from extending any farther north. So now we have this river section north of the Troy Dam that is flowing in one direction. It's only fresh water. The depth is determined by the volume of water, and the estuary is a little bit different. We flow both ways because we're connected to the ocean. We have different salinities in the area because we have the ocean connection as well. So we have, you're not wrong, there's a section that's an estuary, and then there's a section that's just a river.
Right. Where is that dam? Exactly.
Troy.
Troy, New York. So that's pretty darn far up.
That is pretty
right?
darn far,
We're
past Albany.
Past Albany, so 4 or 5 hours. I mean, something significant.
Yeah.
Right? All right. I was saying, wouldn't it have been nice, starting right here in old New York, so was this river never a freshwater river from, say, Troy down? Was it never?
Whenever you're connected to the ocean, you have the tides that create this dynamism of, on a high tide, if you think about it, you have this salty seawater from the Atlantic being pushed into the estuary. So ultimately, that's going to change the water chemistry. That's going to bring in more salt. But it is amazing that we're an estuary. It's a really good thing because we, as the Hudson River Estuary, are a home for a lot of juvenile fish that are migratory species. So they might start their life here in the Hudson as this critical habitat that they live and grow until they are adults and then migrate back out to the ocean and contribute toward that larger spawning stock. So it is really important that we have this estuary here, and the connection to the ocean is really important.
In the old days, prior to these things called cars and trains and everything, if you see an old-time picture like at South Street Seaport, they have a museum. I don't know if it's still there, but you would see all around the lower Manhattan boats, right? Big ships, because that was the main mode of transportation. So our water is very important, right?
It is. I got here today by boat, so.
Was that right?
I did.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Do you have a website, or where can people learn more about what you guys are doing?
Yeah, so you can look us up. We are the Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory Hudson River Field Station. You can also look up the New York State DEC Hudson River Estuary Program. If you look us up, you can find more information about some of our joint programs that we do, such as Day in the Life of the Hudson River. It engages thousands of students all up and down the Hudson River Estuary and the Hudson Valley to educate them and connect them to the Hudson. So that program was actually yesterday, so we're excited to be here today.
Fantastic. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.